What's up, guys? What's up, people? This is Kingsley Peace right here once again, and we are back at it with another banger. I don't think it's a banger, but however, it's a work in progress, and we are heading to a specific direction. Okay, so sometimes life pushes you, in a way that you never expected, right? But for me, it is about making, this is it, like making 10,000 CDs in 1 month. I mean, it's absurd. I don't know if it has ever been done before. I pretty sure feel like if your feet were already in the waters and you've already built up some level of momentum in that direction, it could be, a big deal. However, there are some people that have landed, great deals from the get-go in that very short time frame. But I feel like there is, a backstory to that success story. Yeah. But many people don't really hear how they got to that point of landing that big deal at that very given moment. So, making 10,000 CDs in 1 month or face the streets. How scary is that? Very scary, honestly. Very scary. So, it's not just about money, it's about proving I can stand on my feet to those that love me and to those that have shown, care and support throughout my lifetime. I mean, my parents, of course, they've done well. So I have to prove a point. I don't really think that, honestly, if I think about it, I don't know if I happen not to meet the mark, what would happen. Like, I'm a bit down now because looking at the progress so far, it has not been encouraging. Not at all. I told you in the past video that I tried blogging. I've not been paid. They've not accepted my guest post, right? I did brainstorm with you live right here, not live per se, but like in record. I brainstormed with you regarding the next plan, the forward movement, the forward plan, and dropshipping seemed very enticing. Like, however, nothing came out of it. So we're officially in day 6 or day 5. I think 6 or 5. I guess you guys have been keeping track. Probably 6. Yes, it has to be 6. So we're probably in day 6. Currently in day 6, and there have been lots of challenges so far, right? It has been a roller coaster. To tell you all about it, it has been a roller coaster, right? So from unexpected wins to frustrating setbacks to frustrating. I don't hate you, camera. I love you. Okay. So here's the breakdown. If you're new here, let me just catch you up real quick. I am Kingsley Peace, a Nigerian living in Ghana, 25 years of old. I'm in the middle of one of the biggest challenges of my life. My parents gave me an ultimatum. They said, earn 10,000 Ghana cedis in 1 month or face the consequences. Big deal. Very big deal. So I decided to document every process of the journey to show how I'm tackling this head on. As a content creator too. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I don't deserve that description because I'm not experienced. I'm not experienced at all. I don't know if I view myself as a content creator, but practically I'm creating content right now. So obviously I'm a content creator, but at the end of the day, there should be some kind of benchmark you're supposed to meet, to wear that cloak of honor, right? So proudly or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, that's the thing. I have to document everything so that you guys see where I am at. So now that we are in day 6, I guess it's time to just get moving, start work, put your hands in the mud and then do the needful. So let's see how challenging things have been so far. Let's see what has not been so challenging, and let's see where we can take it from here. All right, let's start with the good stuff. So first of all, I've managed to create consistent content, right? For YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Rumble, and I think there's one missing. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I've called every single platform that I'm posting on in the current days. So that alone is a win if you think about it. Like as a newbie, learning the ropes is not so easy, right? You get to you. No, it's never easy. It's never easy. I mean, even if you go to the gym and you pick up like 10 kg of what the dumbbells, right? It's not easy lifting up like in that first day of the gym, right? But after it takes a while, then you're able to lift it up real easy. But the big fear or the big factor here is that it's the time frame. Like it's so short. It's so short, it's so short, it's so short, it's so short. And certain things need time, to grow and to make happen. So I don't know how well you can fast track the whole process without your community on air or anyone who stumbles upon the video supporting you in one way or the other, like pushing your content, commenting, like doing something, and then hopefully you pick up some kind of traction, and at the end of the day you're rewarded for that traction by the platforms that you find yourself in, or you're rewarded by that traction by the things you put out there. Say you put a product and you're like, you guys, I guess you will need this product. Why don't you patronize me and then get this for yourself? You would love it, that kind of a thing. Yeah. But aside that, how do you make this happen? Yeah. How do you make it happen? Is every single time I think about it, like I get so frustrated, not frustrated per se, but like I get so infuriated. Let me put it that way. Yeah, because it's a mix of feelings. It's anger, it's a lot of things. Is am I able to do this? Will I do this? Will I do this? Can it work? Will it happen for me, for you? For you, part of the family, yeah? So for you, will it happen? I guess it must. It must happen, because then you face the consequences. And if you don't want to face the consequences, because it's not profitable to you in any sense, is it? Oh well, there's still hope. Secondly, the engagement has been better than I expected. I didn't really expect much of an engagement when I kick started, right? I felt like it might be like dragging your foot through the mud, and so I felt like it to be very slow and very, actually it is quite slow in a sense, but it's better than what I expected it to be. I had people view, I had people comment, I had people say good stuff, I had people encourage, I had people they saw it somewhere and they met me physically and they were like, oh, I saw this, and then out of the conversation, then we they gave like pointers of a sort. Not like they said things, but not like they said this is what you need to do. No, but they said things, and I just kind of picked up one or two ideas from that, right? And that's real. That's real. The support has been real. The likes, the comment, the shares has been real, and honestly, that gives me some kind of comfort every day to sort of keep pushing, even when I'm not confident in the whole agenda, but like just keep pushing and see how things turn out to look like, right? Then again, or lastly, I starting to see some level of results, like very minute one. I sold an ebook. So yeah, I sold an ebook in recent times. I sold an ebook. It was just one sale, but it's not massive, obviously. So it's not like I start popping champagnes and rejoicing over that. But like it's something to be glad for, something to be glad about. It's one sale, but it means that it can be done. It's one sale, but it means that you can make two more. It's one sale, but it means that you can probably score a win after several more, if that made sense. I don't know. My mind is messed up right now. My mind is messed up. All right. So far, I guess we can say we've hit 30 Ghana cedis, right? Because the book was like 30 cedis. Yeah, it was 30 cedis. Yeah. So we've hit 30 Ghana cedis. And that's like, how many more to go? 9,770. Wow. Wow. Day 6 and we have 9,770. So how many more people needs to buy a minimum of like 30 Ghana cedis worth of ebooks, to get us to that level? Probably like 1,000 of them, right? or 500 of them, or like 200 of them, maybe. I don't know, but let me just do the math real quick. Let me work out the math. I have a calculator here. I actually have another phone right here, but I could just work out the math real quick. Okay, so we have 9,000, right? 970 divided by 30. So we need about 3,000. No, sorry, not 3,000. I made a mistake. I said divided by 3 instead of 30. So we need about like 300 individuals, 332 approximately individuals to purchase an ebook of 30 cedis, right? For us to hit that benchmark. I think it's possible because the internet is so full, so saturated, and I feel like there are people out there that could afford a 30 Ghana cedi ebook, right? And it's practically giving them value for anything they want to do in their life. But aside that, I also have something in mind. I think I should design t-shirts, right? I should put out some kind of shirt. I should partner with a platform and then create some designs or use their templates or something to put out t-shirts, right? That would make sense. And it's still, I mean, it's something that looks nice, something that is appealing, and it could be like a print on demand concept, right? So you place your order, you place the purchase, you pay, then the things are printed and they shipped across. I mean, I think it makes sense. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add that to that store and let's see what happens. It has not always been, smooth and soft sailing, but one of my biggest challenge has been time management, because aside trying to meet the deadline, you have several other aspects to your life. There are other responsibilities you have to cater for and handle. I mean, they could tell you, make sure you finish the chores at home, and those same parents will go get me this across the store, right? Or down the street or something like that. You get my point? So you have to handle that and still meet up with the deadline. So this is just like a practical example I'm giving you. Not that they're doing it, but it just turns out that there are different aspects of your life you have to cater for. Even at 25, it'll shock you to know that at 25, you have other ambitions you would like to embark upon, and you have to balance, your passions with your profiting. Let me put it that way, because not every passion should be pursued when you're not profiting from it. Because though it is a passion, you have to profit from it one way or the other. For instance, like it might give you some sense of fulfillment. It might give you some sense of purpose. It might give you some sense of joy. That too is some kind of profiting, even with the pursuit of that passion, right? So sometimes you may not be profiting, monetarily, but you'll be profiting in a sense. And so if there's no profiting, what is the use of pursuing that passion? It means you're not adding to your life, you're not adding value to your life, you're not gaining anything, from what you're actually doing. And for that reason, why do it? Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal, because juggling between, editing, posting, filming on all these several platforms is actually harder than I thought. Because it's not that you just do all this stuff and then just dump it on those platforms. You have to engage somehow. You see a comment, you have to kind of say something, give your input. You see a content, you have to like, you have to also share their content, right? Because otherwise the platforms will not see you as one who is technically adding to the community. They'll also see you as one who is just here to take away from the community and doesn't give back. And as a result, they wouldn't push yours or your content even further, because I feel like that's what social media is about. That there is a community, a global community, obviously, that people has to engage in, right? And if they don't engage in, nobody profits technically, because if I'm not engaging in yours, then how do you profit? And if you're not engaging in mine, then how do I profit? And so if everybody decides to be on their own and just dump, what you find is that no one receives nothing. And so this, the system or the algorithm or the people behind the machine, they will have to be monitoring this stuff. And so, yeah, so demanding, that's my point. So demanding. So time management is one of the greatest challenges so far. Another challenge I would say is dealing with self-doubt. I mean, there are times where I actually ask myself, can I pull this off? There are times where I'm all sweaty and I'm all bothered, I'm all, at an unrest, and I'm like, can this actually work out? Can this be done? And the comfort I give to myself is that this is where I started from, and this is where I am now, and this is where I envision myself to be in the coming future, or in the coming weeks. And that kind of reminds me that I have something to prove right here, not just to myself, but to everybody that I ever believed in me for something. I have something to prove, and I have to give it my best shot, right? I have to try, and I will do that. I'll do that trying. The biggest lesson learned so far, though, is that progress, no matter how small, is still progress. So you saw the way I was not a bit, but like I was still thrilled. I don't know, I keep saying thrilled. Like I was still thrilled. Is it thrilled or thrilled? Someone could correct me, but I guess there's no like voice note stuff, in the comment section and stuff like that. But maybe if you could describe how it's pronounced, then that'll be fine. All right. So I'm still thrilled that I made that 30. Boy, I made that 30. I mean, it took time to put together those sets of info, but I made that 30, right? Progress, small but progress. Okay, yeah. Even if it feels like I'm moving slow, that's still progress. It's a pat on the back, honestly. A small one, but still a gentle one, but still a pat on the back. So what's next? I guess for the preceding days, ahead of us, we just have to double down on what is working. Because after critically analyzing several things, right? Not just to myself, but to those I do have around, I have to analyze with you as well. I did that in one video, but not like very deep. I realized that doubling down on something that matters, will be like a gold mine for me right now. Or the things that actually work will be a gold mine for me right now. Why do I say that? Because the cultural differences in Africa and out there is massive, right? And so what would work out there would not work in Africa, and what will work inside Africa but in a certain country would not work elsewhere in another country. And so something like, for instance, affiliate marketing, it should work all right, but there are not many platforms that offer this on a local level, right? And so if you want to engage with the audience of the global stage, you would face a bit more backlash, you will face a bit more challenges, right? The reason being so is that some of this, for instance, the payment platforms, the gateways, the companies that handle online payments and stuff like that, some of them do not make it hard to actually come on board and use their tools. They make it hard to actually, for instance, PayPal is not accepted in Ghana, right? PayPal is not accepted in Ghana, right? So you could send money through PayPal, but receiving funds becomes an issue. And so why invest in affiliate marketing when you could not be paid at the end of the day, using the global stage, right? So the few ones that I did find here is in two stages. You're either finding an established company that engages in affiliate programs and stuff like that, or you're finding self run businesses, right? So like sole proprietors, and those individuals, strike a deal with them, and then that will happen. But even with that one, you see, it cannot happen in 6 weeks. mean, like, think about it. In 4 to 6 weeks, you have to craft a pitch. You have to pitch the pitch. They have to consider the pitch. They have to, run it through their boards and stuff like that. And then they'll have to, either employ you for that deal or not, right? And so, even if I did land all this in 3 days, think about what will happen in the coming weeks, right? I have to find a winning product, and usually they might not have a winning product because they are that small, and they might only be limited to one industry. And so you find a winning product and you have to push it out there, and when you push it out there, someone might not be interested in that because it is not something that is used by every individual in, for instance, like a complementary good or a convenient good or something like that. Yeah. One of the big things that I feel also works is that I create valuable, relatable content and connect with you guys on a much deeper level. I feel like if that is actually done well, then most likely you guys would be receiving your money's worth, your money's earned. No, you guys will be receiving good value for your time and money, right? And so doubling down on that aspect as well is crucial. So I think I'll be in some time, or in coming days, I would be putting out real concrete value out there. For instance, say understanding a certain concept about business, or a certain concept about love, or a certain concept about something, or reviewing maybe trending events and giving my take on those things as well. I think you might find that useful, and you might find some level of interest in that direction as well. If not, maybe you guys should just say something in the comment section and then let me know where I could head on with this. All right. So I believe as time goes by, I'll be exploring much more trendy, topics, and collaborating with partners and other content creators to see, how deep we can saturate the whole web space. Now, this is where I need your help. If you've been following my journey so far, I'd love to hear from you. What kind of content do you want me to put out there? What are the things you want me to talk about, touch on? What are the kind of things you want to see, right? So let that be known in the comment section. That would be really helpful. And thank you for sticking around. Thank you for joining with me so far. Thank you for rooting for me. Thank you for praying for me. If any of you do pray, I don't know. It depends. Like I can't tell from the screen that you are religious or not. So that's why I'm saying that. But thank you. It means a lot. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Peace out.